My name is Leonard Lawrence. I'm a retired airline pilot. The objective of this short film is to bring to the attention of Sir James Mumby, President of the Family Division, President of the Court of Protection, what is occurring under his radar. Many people like myself are being certified without medicals and placed under the jurisdiction of the official solicitor, presently Alistair Bardo, and the Deputy Official Solicitor, May Morn. The certificates of incapacity bear no serial number. They cannot be tracked. Of concern is the number of families who have been certified and placed under the official solicitor when their children are involved or at risk of being adopted. This takes away the family's legal rights, and the adoption decision can then be made by the official solicitor. The official solicitor is denying the existence of medical certificates of incapacity, not notifying the Court of Protection, and making financial and medical decisions, as was my case. I'm about to show you now many of the documents that a High Court judge said I'm not to disclose to the Family Division. Sir James Mumby, document number 1. This is from the Legal Services Commission. It is not in the public interest that the public be given sight of parts of my legal aid file. Why? Because I was 300,000 over the limit of legal aid, and my signature was gained on legal aid forms under instructions from Helen Cliff from the official solicitor's office when I lacked mental capacity. There was 2 attempts by the Legal Service Commission to have me sectioned. Document number 2. Only when the official solicitor, Alistair Bardo, and the deputy official solicitor, May Morn, was of the belief that I was out of time to bring an action against the official solicitor did they disclose more of my files. As you can see here, Sir James, appropriate authority was required from the Court of Protection. His Honour Judge Simon Oliver, however, in 2012 described the Court of Protection, of which you are President, as no more than a rubber stamping process, whose authority is exercised by his district judges on a daily basis. Document number 3. This is an internal document released to me on the 23rd of March 2012 from the official solicitor. It shows that appropriate authority had been required from the Court of Protection, but Helen Cliff took it upon herself to make all financial decisions on my behalf, including medical decisions for which she is not qualified, and against the instructions of more senior solicitors within the official solicitor's office. Document number 4. This is a medical report which Barrister Dominic Brazil, 1 King's Bench Walk, identified that I was a patient and subject to the Court of Protection under Part 7 of the Mental Health Act. Mr. Brazil had denied to his head of chambers, Richard Ainley, of ever seeing these documents. The records are very clear. Mr. Brazil held this along with BP Collins solicitors. BP Collins solicitors wrote to Slough County Court in February 2005 stating that I have not filed a medical report into my mental health. How could I? I had lacked mental capacity. I was incapable of legal discussion and understanding because of a false diagnosis and false medication. And these solicitors, Graham Fraser, who's now at Hunter Solicitors, Lincoln Inn, and Susan Andrews, the head of the Family Law Department of BP Collins, failed to disclose this certificate to the court. Its existence only came to light after my signature had been gained on legal aid forms. Document number 5. This is a letter identifying a Court of Protection medical certificate sent to me by Helen Cliff in 2007. Helen Cliff, a solicitor within the official solicitor's office, had denied the existence of the Court of Protection certificate to both doctors and to the court. she never disclosed it. Document number 6. This is a letter from the official solicitor's office to Dr. Jeremy Royds. Royds issued a Court of Protection medical certificate without a medical. He's a private doctor and he was located at Signet Healthcare, Godden Green. Royds issued the certificate without my GP's knowledge, and when a consultant psychiatrist within the NHS said I had full mental capacity. The importance of this document, Sir James, is that it shows that the official solicitor, by their own admission, could not make financial decisions on my behalf. Document number 7 is a Court of Protection medical certificate. Again, this certificate, its existence was denied by Helen Cliff from the official solicitor's office and Sarah Benfield from Ratcliffe, Hughes and Gamma. Document number 8 is the notes which were attached to that certificate sent to the doctor. Document number 9 likewise. 10. This is document number 10. This identifies a Court of Protection medical certificate issued by Buckingham Mental Health Trust, the existence of which they deny. It was forwarded to Stephen Piper within the official solicitor's office and Helen Cliff, the existence of which was not disclosed to Slough County Court until the 9th, on or about the 9th of March 2005, after my signature had been gained on legal aid certificates. This certificate was found with the help of Her Honour Judge Anne Campbell, Deputy District Judge Bonkin and District Judge Brooks. Document number 11, another certificate issued by Buckinghamshire Mental Health Trust, its existence of which had been denied. Document number 12, a further Court of Protection medical certificate. As you can see, Sir James, it's confidential to the Court of Protection. However, these documents are not reaching the Court of Protection. This certificate was found on the court file at Slough County Court and within the official solicitor's files. Number 13. This is a certificate issued by Professor Gordon Turnbull identifying that I have full mental capacity. Again, it was never sent to the Court of Protection. The decisions on this certificate that I had capacity was made by Helen Cliff and District Judge Jones. District Judge Jones, the Court of Protection advised, does not and has not held a Court of Protection authority. Document 14. This is a letter District Judge Jones wrote to the circuit judges at Reading. The importance is District Judge Jones denies having conducted any further hearings following her disqualification. Document number 15 is when Her Honour Judge Anne Campbell attended Slough County Court with myself and the circuit judge conducted a search of Slough County Court and found that District Judge Jones had in fact conducted at least 4 further hearings. Document number 16 is a letter from the Court of Protection identifying that the district judges Fortgang and Jones and Devlin, who have been involved with my case, did not and have not held a Court of Protection nomination. District Judge McCulloch had been most helpful and recently, and the District Judge had established that documents which were a crime reference with Thames Valley Police had stolen had actually been in the possession of BP Collins Solicitors, Gerrards Cross, Buckinghamshire. Susan Andrews, the head of their family law, had denied this to the court in a written statement. District Judge McCulloch told Susan Andrews to make a new statement. Then Susan Andrews identified that the source of my accounts to BP Collins Solicitors had been my former wife, Leonard Lawrence. During the time BP Collins had knowledge of the existence and the location of my accounts, they and Dominic Brazil, 1 King's Bench Walk, had fines and adverse costs placed against me ranging from £10,000 to £50,000. Document number 16. This is my former house, valued at £725,000. An offer had been made on that property as £695,000. However, this was not disclosed to the court. BP Collins solicitors submitted a valuation of £622,000, and Frost's provided a certificate for the Court of Protection alleging that the house was valued at £622,000, and a false statement was furbished to the court falsely alleging that the official solicitor had agreed the sale of this property. Document 16. This is an email sent to the Law Society by Gillian Anderson, a solicitor, who had been instructed by the Law Society to investigate my case. As you can see, Gillian Anderson identified that the matter should go to the High Court by way of an appeal. Gillian Anderson's services were removed from me by the Law Society, and Mr. Rice, a retired district judge appointed by the Bar Standards Board Commissioner, his service were also removed from me for being too helpful. Document number 17. This is the internal Law Society report compiled by Gillian Anderson. Document 18, likewise. Document 19, likewise. Document 20, likewise. Document 21 is a written opinion conducted by Barrister Mr. Day of St Philip's Chambers. Mr. Day, following his appearance in court before His Honour Judge Simon Oliver, received which is known to be an unhelpful phone call immediately after the hearing by His Honour Judge Simon Oliver, and thereafter Mr. Day withdrew from the case. Document number 20. This is the very document that His Honour Judge Simon Oliver, the senior family judge in Reading County Court, suggests does not exist. The judge holds a copy of this. It is held on the court file. I have seen it. What this document relates to is Barrister Simon Cowden going to Reading County Court along with Siobhan Bailey, who's now a solicitor, and identifying to His Honour Judge Charles Ellie that the house, 38 Dukeswood Avenue, which I had a financial interest in, had been sold without recourse to the official solicitor. His Honour Judge Ellie said he was not happy to leave this matter with barristers. However, what occurred thereafter, that the final order was sealed by District Judge John Faulkgang without the knowledge of His Honour Judge Charles Ellie, and the house was sold. Barrister Nicholas Allen, 29 Bedford Road, Chambers of Nicholas Francis QC, has released an email and has identified to me he cannot support the evidence he gave at court that the official solicitor agreed the sale of my property. He simply accepted all what had been requested of him by Barrister Dominic Brazil of 1 King's Bench Walk. This is an example, sir, of how solicitors and barristers acting for the official solicitor are throwing cases.